Okay. Oh, it's my friend.
So
How you doing? You look like a new man.
yeah,
I wanted to
I'm
do this.
in.
I wanted to do this for one reason only, was talk about this.
Yeah,
Dude, I got a special. I was like, God, please don't cancel, Alex. Please don't cancel, because I already did a special picture and everything.
a special picture.
A special picture for the Instagram, for the YouTube.
What's that?
Well, you'll see it when it's posted, my friend.
What is it?
You'll see it when it's posted.
Okay.
It's you. That's the spoiler alert.
It's a picture of me.
Definitely a picture of you.
Okay.
I'm excited. So you did your first jujitsu class. We did more than one, but this week you did your
Yep.
first one, right?
Yeah, I
Years in the
did.
making. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's start from the beginning. I'll shut up for once and I'll let you kill it.
Yeah. So it's like super intimidating at first because you're like, all right, I'm just gonna show up, be like, hey, can I join your club? And then you know, and
So,
then they're like, yeah, sure. And
so
you're like, are
how
you sure?
did you call them or did you just go? Like, can you like?
The first place I called, nobody answered me. Then I went and showed up and they weren't there. So I was like, all right, let me try this other place. And I went in there and they were there. And they were just like, yeah, man, just come in. I was like, that's it? And they're like, yeah, just come show up, man. Like, okay. And then I went to a third place and then I went to the UFC gym. They're pretty cool, but yeah, so I went to the second place and just showed up. And I went where uh it was like the kids day. So it was like kids class in there, but they also had a fundamentals class that was like me and like four other younger people for sure. So I was kind of like, all right, that's cool. But then I went to like their actual class where it's like all adults, and that was what kind of sold me. Because I was like, okay.
So the class that you went to that was all adults. That wasn't the fundamentals class. It was a different class.
No, it was just their gi class. They were just
Okay.
like, yeah, just show up. I
Gotcha.
was like, okay.
And everyone there was super warm and welcoming and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I was scared that because I felt like I was like, all right, dude, I suck. So like I felt like I was gonna be like robbing them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Of like a good role. But it was more like I was their break. People were relieved to see me because they were fucking tired of shit. And then we're like, oh thank God we can go slow.
We
And
call
then
that
they'd
a
be like, all right, I'm gonna teach you
we call that a
like
rest
what
round.
yeah, that's what I was. I was the rest round and I was welcomed. So it was like I thought it would be like people would be like, oh, this fucking guy. They'd be like, all right, I'll show you what to do. Like, this is what we're trying to do here. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a bunch of different roles. There's like, and you'll obviously figure this out as you go, but without me explaining it to you. But there's restaurant roles, which is often memed about, and usually you call yourself a restaurant. At least in the meme world, usually you're joking, but there are restaurants somewhat. And then there's your hard rounds, and then there's like your middle, and then some guys just go harder, and then like with you, did you do? Here's a question for you. Did you roll, or did, like, when it was rolling time, where they just showed you moves?
What do you mean by roll? Like going live?
Mm-hmm.
So they did like their like rolling part was like from side mount. They're like, all right, guy on bottom try to sweep and submit. Guy on top try to
Yeah,
get a better
that's
position.
called positional sparring.
Yeah, so that's all we did. So like the first guy I had was like, he's like, do you have any idea what's going on? I was like, no. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, basically just try to pin me down. And he's like, just try to like keep me down, and then I'm gonna try to not let you do that. And then the next guy I went to was like, all right, I'm actually gonna teach you how to pass me. So like every person, depending on who I went to, like their level, like the upper belts would try to teach me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Did they do any open sparring when you were there? Like where there's like just
No,
okay.
not the day I was there.
Yeah, I mean that could change. Every class is a little different. But
What is it? What do you mean? Where it's like, all right, you two guys go.
yeah, like usually you'll just be like, all right, let's roll, pick a partner, and they'll set a timer, and then you guys do whatever you want. And now, like your partner, now obviously you're gonna have several partners, right? Usually you roll for like 30 minutes or more, and then 5-minute rounds, let's say. And then so you'll get multiple partners. And one guy might be like, hey man, do you mind like if I start at this position? And you can be like, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And other guys, like I'm always that guy. And they're like, you working on anything? You want to start from anything? And I'm always like, nope, let's just roll, from wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I like to just free roll and do whatever. I don't like I'm never like I'm really trying to work on this. So let me start here. Just like whatever happens, happens. Let's go have fun. But there's time and place for everything, of course. When's your next class?
Next time I can go would be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Wednesday. Do they have any weekend classes or no?
They have open mat on
Oh, nice.
Saturdays, which I assume means just going.
That'd be great for you right now. That'd be fantastic.
Why? What does that
Because
mean?
there's no
I didn't go
format.
because I.
There's no format. You can just show up. Most people show up and roll, and most people. But if you just show up, there's no format. There's no nothing. You can just be like, "Hey, I'm new. If you want to just show me some stuff," and there's going to be multiple people in there that'll be like, "Sure." They'll spend 5 minutes showing you one thing, and then like you can either roll, or you can be like, "All right, well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll let you roll," and then someone else. Especially if someone's tired, right? Because usually open mats, most people roll the whole time. They're like 2 hours long, so people will sit around, they'll take breaks, and then that's like a perfect time for someone to just teach you something while they're just taking a break. And then they'll be like, all right, man, well, if you want to roll, we can, or I'm gonna go roll with someone. And you can be like, roll and tell me what I'm doing wrong, or that's fine, go roll with someone. I'll see if someone else wants to teach me something. So open mat would be great at your stage, I think.
Yeah, dude, it's just when they teach it, it like goes like when they explain it and you watch, you're like, all right, man, I got it, and then you are in, and then you're like, wait, what the fuck did he say to do? Like,
That's like what makes the sport so interesting, right? So
yeah,
I'll show you. I'll tell you something from that you hadn't thought about it, you probably would never really piece it together. But check this out. I'm about to blow your mind, right? So if you
mm,
watch two black belts roll, right?
mm,
At the same time, you can watch two white belts roll. Okay. They're
yeah,
doing the exact same moves. The same moves. There's only a handful of them. I mean, it's keeping it simple, right? Arm bars, chokes, right? Like the moves are the same. There's
mm,
just years and years and years and years of perfecting at each and every little teensy weensy step toward 50 to 90% of the white belts are winning by armbar. It's the same at black belt, right? They're doing the same move, just at a much, 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 much more proficient level. So like you walk in, you said you learned triangles on
mm-hmm.
Tuesday or
And
whatever.
arm bar.
Triangle and armbar. You're never going to stop using triangle and armbar ever, ever. And that's what's weird about like once you hit like blue belt, let's say, right, which is like a step up, but still like a beginner belt, right? Most of like the moves, quote unquote. Like you just like like you're probably not going to show a blue belt a move, and he'll be like, "Oh, never seen that before." They'll probably be
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, I know how to do that. I don't know how to do it to the level of a black belt, but that's just years and years and years to go of repping the same shit over and over and over." So I guess what I'm trying to get to is you forgetting little steps is never going to change. So like, don't it's your first class, right? So I don't want you to be like, man, this is weird. Like I feel like I should have not forgot those steps. Like, no, you'll always forget steps. When you first learn an armbar, it'll seem like 100 steps, and then and then once you get it down, it'll seem like two easy steps. And then once you get out of your stupid little ego head, you'll be like, no, there's still 100 steps there. I'm just like kind of skipping them because I feel like I know
mm.
it. You know what I mean? So, and then that'll go around.
Yeah. It was cool though. Like everyone I went with, especially in the adult class, like that was what really was like, all right, I'm gonna sign up with this gym because like everyone's cool, and like I can tell some of them are really good.
Yeah.
And then like all of them were just like, just keep doing it, man. Just keep showing up. Like
And
the
that'll
one
never
guy was like,
change.
yeah. And then he's like, he's like, I did this for like 2 years, man, before I finally felt like it like clicked. He's like, now it's just like once you hit over the threshold, it's like, geez. Yeah.
It's peaks and valleys, man. It really is. And everything I'm saying is cliche, and it's not like you've never heard it before. And it's like, I made a meme about it. One time you actually told me it was a good meme. Way back in the day. It was the Frodo Baggins meme. All right, just keep your secrets. And the guy was like,
oh yeah,
how do you get good at this? And the guy's like, just keep showing up. And he's like,
yeah.
all right, keep your
Yeah.
secrets.
Keep your secrets. Yeah.
No, it's true, man. It's different than, you get your black belt in karate in a couple of years. Like it takes 10 plus years, man, to become an expert in this.
I asked like one guy how long it took him to get his blue belt. He said 2 years.
2 years of belt is pretty common, right? That averages out if you count belts, which there's not that many. It's not that hard. If you count belts, that's 10 years to black belt. Like that's a pretty average, right? That's 2 years at white, 2 years of blue, 2 years. And that is an average. I talked Matt from Epic Roll. I talked to him, and he got his black belt after 16 years. There's guys that get their black belts in 8 years. It's different for everyone, but a rough average is 10 years. It's a long time to become an expert. That's a long time to be considered an expert at something. If you say I've been doing the same thing every day for 5 years, and they're like, wow, you must be an expert at it. Most people be like, no, I'm about halfway there. So, it takes a long time. Most things don't take that long to get that good at.
Yeah, dude, I got some sick bruises.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That reminds me. And I saw you had a picture, and I followed the gym. I think they followed me back too. And
dude, they didn't even follow me back.
I got a jiu-jitsu page, man. They might not even recognize you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, dude.
Speaking of pages, my page is blowing up currently, but we'll talk about that later. It is though, as we speak. It's been the past few days getting substantially more and more eyeballs. But anyways, shit. Oh, I remember now. So in the picture, I got distracted because I was like, oh, in the picture the gym posted, oh yeah, they followed me. Oh, here's my Instagram. And then I go on forever. In the picture, it looked like you had gi pants on. Did they give you gi pants?
No, I just had sweatpants on.
Oh, sweatpants. Okay.
Yeah. My gi came though, fits. I guess, would they give me a belt? I didn't ask them about that.
You should, and they probably will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak for
I haven't paid
gym
yet, so that's probably when I make payment, they'll be like, all right, here.
Yeah. Well, I would assume. I don't know. I mean, if they don't get it, I mean, you can get one. I would ask him, like, can I have one? Well, ask him, like, is there one I can have or buy? Ask him, so you don't like sound like you're just trying to take one. But I doubt. Listen, I've been around this for a little bit. I doubt they would make you pay for a belt, put it that way. Like, I'm just saying, to ask him to buy, say, do you have one I can buy from you, like as a kind gesture? But I highly doubt. I've never seen anyone.
Did you have to buy your blue belt?
No. You got to buy one belt, dude. Unless you're like me and you're a snob. So that's a whole different thing. Because I like a specific brand of belts. So no, once you get, go ahead.
Your blue belt wasn't like gift to you, or what?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like a certain brand of belt. So like I'll buy a certain brand.
That is also blue.
Right. Yeah. So like, okay, like, so like the when the day comes, I get my purple belt, right? This is going to sound so ungrateful, right? I get my purple belt, and then I'll be like, awesome, cool, thanks for my purple belt. And then if it's not the brand I like, I'm going to buy a purple belt. That's the brand I like, I'm also weirdly OCD. I want, like, by the time I get my black belt, I want them all to be the same brand,
The same, yeah. What if I just like bought a black belt and like strolled into the gym and gi with my black belt on?
Oh, you definitely can. You definitely can.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd find out real quick you weren't, That's the beauty. That's what's so cool. Like it said before, if you listen to my podcast, I know you listen to podcasts where jiu-jitsu comes up, like, of course, Joe Rogan. It's like, you can't lie in the sport. Like, you could walk in with a black belt and then like right away they're like, well, he's not a black belt. Like, why is he wearing that? You know what I mean? You can't fake it, Like if you just stood off to the side, like I'm not rolling, I'm just watching. They'd be like, "Whoa, who's this guy?" Like they might be a little like, "Wow, who's this?" The black belt came and just watched. But like the second you decided to roll it, obviously it would be exposed instantly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think I've met people who've done that before. Not black belt.
They've done
That's pretty
that.
extreme. Hard to say. Hard to say.
You wouldn't be
I'll tell
shocked
you a
if they told
story.
you they had.
I'll tell you a story. Put it this way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. And for one, a blue belt is still considered a beginner belt, right? Mm-hmm. Still. And there's obviously some really tough blue belts out there, but some gyms it's not very hard to get, right? And I think generally it's your longest belt. Usually you'll rock a blue belt longer than any other belt, right? Because purple belt's like a big step to most people. Maybe that's different for instructors, but generally purple belt is like advanced, right? Like that's a big jump. So most people stay at blue belt for a while. When I was still in like the fundamentals class in Washington. I just started training, brand spanking new white belt. And we had a new guy who moved from another place and he had a blue belt on, but he didn't go to the normal class. He went to the beginner's class. And he was telling everyone, I just got my blue belt before I moved here, which is maybe true, possibly true. I don't know. But I can tell you what, when we sparred, everyone in the upstairs fundamentals class beat the goddamn shit out of them. And we were all brand new. Brand new.
Yeah.
And he was terrible. Didn't know anything. And it's like, did he move school? Did he train for like a few months, move schools and be like, man, I can just go in there and just buy a blue belt and pretend I'm a blue belt, right? No one else. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just gave it to him early and he wasn't that good. It's like I said, it's not that hard of a belt to get. But most of us were like, man, it sure doesn't feel like the other blue belts around here. It's a whole different feeling. But black belt, I doubt that happens very often. There was a McDojo Life, you know them, right? Mm-hmm. They did a piece. I think it was McDojo Life, maybe it wasn't, where this black belt was teaching these people, and he was like teaching them doo-doo stuff and like posting it online. They're like, "There's no way this guy's a black belt, right?" They'd ask around, and not to sound like everyone has clout, right? But generally, if you're a black belt in like an area and like you came through the ranks, people at least know who you are for the most part. Mm-hmm. They've either trained with you or it's a community, right? They know someone at least who trained with you, right? Yeah. Especially if you've been in the same area for years and years. Like, oh yeah, he was at so-and-so's gym under so-and-so. I remember when he was a purple belt 7 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So no one knew who this guy was. They watched his videos online. He's teaching this doo-doo stuff. No one's seen him spar. And this like, real young, real small, much smaller, like brown belt who was like, yeah, I'm going to go find out. And like, we're going to like vlog it. And then he like wouldn't spar with the guy. And then they like called him out. They're like, you're not a black belt. No one knows who you are. You're fooling these people. You don't spar. So no one's smart enough to know. And I'm like, let's just roll right now. And I'm a brown belt. You should kill me. And you got 50 pounds on me. And the guy was like, no, get out of my school. So every now and then there's some sketchy shit, but that's super rare. Yeah. That's very rare. Everyone's got accolades. Like you said, your guy at your instructor was like a Pan Am's champ, right? Something like that. Everyone's got accolades. It's hard to lie nowadays, especially with the internet. I don't remember how we got there, but yeah. I guess you could walk in with a black belt. You can definitely buy one online. So the first gym you went to where they just like weren't there, that's not the gym that's not the gym that you're at now?
No, they're closer, but
okay. You gotta enjoy the room. And most gyms, you're going to enjoy the room. Like you're all there to do the same thing. You're all there to have fun doing this thing. But I mean, if you find, the gym I train at was the first gym I popped in here, and I'm like, good enough for me. Everyone's cool. Like, there's no reason to go anywhere else. Yeah. And of course, I've trained at other gyms since, and same thing. Everyone's cool everywhere. I don't get involved in like every now and then there's like weird. I'm not saying here specifically. Everywhere. Every now and then there's like weird gym rivalries. And like I support my gym that I'm at currently. I supported my gym when I was in Washington, but I'm on Team Jiu Jitsu now. I'm not here for gym rivalries. I think we should all be a community. I think you can go to a different gym's open mat and train with them and have fun. That doesn't mean like you're betraying your gym, right? I don't think it does, but maybe your gym would look at that differently. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I was wondering about too. Is like, what if you went somewhere
I would
else?
ask.
Like,
I would ask like
yeah,
one of the bros, not like the instructor.
yeah,
Like, hey, if I wanted to try out this other school or this other, which isn't really necessary unless you're still looking around in the
yeah.
beginning. It's not that
Because you're gonna pay
necessary.
money, so like shit.
Yeah. If you're looking around, then sure. Once you've established yourself and you've signed on, maybe ask. I don't know. I've always thought that was weird because there are gyms out there that are like, we don't want you training at any other gym. It's like, that's kind of
Well,
weird.
why would
Like,
you have to pay the money though? Like what? Why
well,
would I
not
want to pay
really.
the money?
Well, not really. No, like you can go to some other gyms open mat for free. Not every gym. Every gym's different, right? I'm broad stroking this thing, but we have a gym. We have a gym around here, different town over, called Asylum, owned by Ricky, who's a cool dude. And I go there on Sunday sometime and train with those guys. I don't pay money. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if they do pay other people money. I don't know, but I don't pay money, and I just drop in there. It's once a week. It's an open mat, and it's fun to train with people that you don't get to train with all the time. They don't know your game. Even if they do know your game, it's like a different body. Like, it's just like different room of people is fun. But in the beginning, it's probably not all that necessary. But I'll tell
Yeah,
you
I
what,
don't know anything, so
I know that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't worry about that right now,
yeah,
especially if your gym has an open mat, right? If your gym has an open mat, I mean, you really like in Washington, I didn't go anywhere. There was no point. There's open mat every single Saturday. There was even class on Sundays. Like I had no reason to. But like my gym recently started in open mats every now and then on the weekends, but they didn't before. And I like to train as much as I can. I'm still freaking, I'm a jujitsu addict through and through. Like I want to train as much as I can. So I'll go to a different gym on Sunday. No one cares. It's not a big deal. But I'm not trying to say your gym sucks right away because I don't know. But I tell you what, the gyms that are weird about that, they sketch me out. I think
yeah,
that's sketchy. Like you're an adult. Like I'm not going anywhere. Like, are you afraid? It'd be like your girlfriend, like afraid if you have a phone call with like some other chick who's like a job interview. Like, was it a girl? Like, are
yeah.
you
A
leaving for it?
coworker. Yeah,
A coworker, something like that, right? It's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I just trained at this other gym. And it's like, it's weird if they're like, I don't want you training at other gyms. Like, are they afraid that you're going to like break up with them and go somewhere else? It's just it's a weird feeling, I think. And I've been fortunate enough to never have any issues with that. But there are gyms out there that like my gym won't let me train somewhere else. It's like, oh, it's a little weird, little controlling.
mm-hmm.
I would definitely say hit up that open mat on Saturday if you have a chance.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know. I still gotta like
The more you
start
go, the
meeting
more
people.
comfortable you'll get, obviously.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
sounds
I'm
like,
shooting for twice a week is the goal, and then 3 times when I
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Most people do exactly that. 2 or 3 times a
can.
week, I would say, is the average. And then you got those weirdos that like pop in once a month. That's weird to me. I'm like, what are you doing? For one, you're wasting your money if you're paying,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's an expensive 4 classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like, or no, once a month. Sorry, that's an expensive one class. You know, I'll pay over $100 and just come once a day, one day a month.
yeah.
Like that's crazy. But it's also like, how do you feel the void? Most people are pretty addicted to this. You'll catch on if you haven't already. Most people, the people that you're going to see when you go twice a week, like the same faces that you see, they likely have do that and they have been doing it for years, right? That's just what they
Mm-hmm.
do. Like going to the gym 3 times a week is just what most people do. So
Yeah,
that's
my
pretty.
schedule's so chaotic though. Is like I'm gonna hit like well, I guess on my days off I can choose whatever class I want.
They
But I
always do
like the
morning and the evening.
afternoon. They do 6 a.m., 11, and 6 p.m.
That's nice. That's really nice. Most gyms don't have that many options.
Yeah. They have like said like 100 over 100 and some
It's a lot.
people.
So with your schedule, you usually don't have to be in until 8 or what, 9 or
So I
10.
could do 6 a.m.
You
class.
could do
Dude, it's like
6.
5:30 to 7. Fucking no way. Why? I mean, maybe if I get
If you get super obsessed, you will.
If I get super obsessed with it, maybe I'd be able to push myself to get up at 5 in the morning if I can go do it. But
I mean, you gotta think
I
are
highly doubt
the
it.
people that are doing that are doing that. All right. The people that are showing up to
Yeah,
that
no,
class,
they
that's exactly
are.
what they're doing. There's a lot of funny, just
Cause
so you know, there's a whole lane of memes dedicated to the 6 a.m. classers. Just so you know. They're pretty hilarious. Like dedicated to the people that go to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
There's a whole lane of memes, dude. They're so funny. It's like it'd be like the grandpa like sleeping on the couch. It's like 6 a.m.ers at noon or whatever, right? It's like they're done.
Yeah,
But,
dude.
it's funny because they usually preach it. Like we train while you sleep. Like they're like proud that they got up early and they train. It's like they're half dead by 2 o'clock.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I couldn't imagine me getting up, doing that, being exhausted, and then going work 12 hours. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, you probably want it first.
Yeah.
The tides might turn, man.
Yeah.
If you get the bug
Like I'm an
hard,
afternoon guy. I like the 11:30 to 1. That's like a sweet spot for me.
if you catch the bug, if you catch the bug and these 12-hour shifts are getting to you and you're not getting as much as you want, you can't get as many afternoon classes as you want. That might change. I'm not saying it will, but it might. The bug, dude. Right now, the bug is just crawling on you. Right? It ain't bit you yet.
It hasn't bit me yet. Yeah.
Okay, it's not even on you. It's in the house. The bug is in the house. It's a matter of time before it
Yeah.
gets on you.
Yeah.
And then it might just bite you. You said you've committed, right? You said you've committed. So
Yeah.
this is
Definitely going on Wednesday.
it's part of your lifestyle now.
I have bought a gi now, so I don't
You
feel
bought a
like a
gi.
douche.
You bought a gi.
I need the belt though. I guess they'll sell me that though.
Air quotes. Let's sell it to you.
Yeah.
Air quote. I doubt they sell you a belt. They'll probably give you one. They'll probably get yours.
Yeah.
You can just be that guy. How much? And they'll be like, it's just yours. And you're like, man, I would have definitely paid, but thanks. And also if they don't, like, they're not expensive.
Yeah.
You get a belt for, I don't know. The belts I like are $25. I mean, you can definitely get $10 belts though. I'm a Moya brand guy. I guess they don't pay me anything, but I figure I'd say it. Moya brand. That's the belts I wear. I like them the best. I think they got the best color. Obviously, that's not really that much of a factor for a white belt, but white belts are generally just white. There's not many shades of white. But here's where I'm a cultist, dude. I'm a strong. This is a hill I'll die on. You ready for this, Alec? I'll die on this hill. The baby blue belts are uglier than shit. They're ugly. I hate them with a passion. You've probably never noticed it. You've probably never seen the difference.
Blue belt that's baby blue?
Yes, man. They're out there. They're so ugly. Don't you worry, dude. I got you. You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
I got you, dude. I'm here for you. Yes, there's a bunch of people that have these ugly ass fucking blue belts. They're so gross. I'll send you one right now. And they look even worse on somebody. And I'm nitpicking. I get it. I would never wear one of these. So I just sent you one picture of them. I mean, I get it. They're so ugly. That's the ugliest thing ever.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't like them. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't be my first choice.
And then I'll show you the belt I wear. Dun, 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 dun. These are the brands I wear. The picture just happens to be all colors, but I like all their colors. They're all good color. And there's different shades of, purple belts, blue belts, brown belts. There's different shades of all of them. And these are the ones I like the most. And I can see the blue belt is a very dark blue. It's a very dark blue, as opposed to that fucking baby blue belt. If someone gave me that, I'd be so upset.
Dude, but why do you even care, man? You're no gi guy, dude.
That's where you make a solid point. Yeah, I mean, listen, the difference between me and a lot of people is not only am I just a no-gi guy, generally, when I go to gi class, I do like the class, when it comes down to sparring, I'll ask them like, "Are you down to go nogi?" And if they say yes, dude, I wear. I don't even just take my top off. I got shorts on under my pants. I take my pants off. Like it's a full on nogi round, which is pretty extra. Most people, it's pretty common for people to want nogi rounds in gi class, and they usually just take their jackets off and they roll.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's another thing where I'm it makes me come off awful because I'm very pet peevy.
Yeah.
These fucking people, and it's second nature. Most of the time, it's not their fault. They'll grab your pants because you have gi pants on. They're used to grabbing gi pants, and they just don't think about it. And I'm like, son of a bitch. It's a no-gi round. Can you pretend I'm not wearing gi pants? Because a no-gi, you can't grab any clothes. I don't know if you know this. For some people, they don't figure that out, and I feel like that kind of annoys me too. So it should be pretty obvious, but whatever. You're not gonna grab some t-shirt. That's freaking retarded. So I got so sick of people grabbing my pants. So I'm like, come on, I'm trying to get a no-gi round, and you're grabbing pants. So I started wearing shorts underneath, and I take my pants off. I'm like, now no one's got
fucking
shit.
Hot, man.
Am I hot? Nah.
Yeah, during class.
It's worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it to not have. But anyways, I'm trying to get your point. You're right. Like the color shouldn't matter that much to me because I barely wear the damn thing in the first place. But it does. I mean, I'm kind of a fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Something Nancy. What's the word? Something Nancy.
Negative Nancy?
No. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of.
Nitpicking Nancy?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm nitpicky, I guess. Whatever, man. I'm a fucking diva. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Diva, especially if I have a competition coming up. Wow, that gives me all the excuse in the world. I don't know why I picked Ice Cube because this is a bad idea. It's so loud in the mic. Let me just crush this Ice Cube.
Solid.
Yeah, thanks. Well, especially if I'm getting ready for competition. I'm like, because I don't compete in the gi ever, never will. So I show up to gi class. I'm like, I'm trying to get ready for this competition, coach. So I'll just take anyone who wants to go no gi. As soon as class is over and we're about to start rolling, the gi comes off, the pants come off, and obviously the belt comes off too. So it's like, how we end up talking about me? We're supposed to talk about you here and your experience.
Yeah.
What else? What other stories you got? Any cool things happen?
No.
No, that's all you got.
Beat up.
You're getting beat up. That's good. I don't know. Yeah. I'm excited for you.
I don't know what you expected from me. I fucking was tired as shit.
You're tired. You're sore, right?
Yeah, I was sore. Still sore. My abs are sore.
Your abs are sore.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. It's very core.
Fucking trying to throw up fucking chokes, fucking triangles, bro.
Yeah. How was the triangle choke? Did you feel pretty comfortable with it, or is it kind of awkward?
I still forget everything.
That's my favorite move, man.
Yeah,
that's my move. If whatever reason I was there with you, I could help you with that for sure.
Yeah,
that's my move. Okay, here's something. Sorry, I'm just brainstorming here. All right, listen. What's gonna happen is I'll hang up, and then I'll be like, "God damn it, I should have asked him this." So
yeah,
there's a lot going on. You did say, "I think I'm going to be a no gi guy." What makes you think that?
Oh, dude, because I'm already confused about all this shit already, and then like I tried to watch like gi videos of them setting up, and I'm like, dude, no. Like grabbing the collar and then grabbing the sleeve, and I was like, nah, I don't care about this.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
So you're right. That might never change.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'd rather have something that is practical to me.
Ooh.
And the gi's not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is a freaking
I'm still gonna go to the classes because I don't know shit.
I can make this a clickbait clip, just so you know.
What?
This is a hot discussion in the jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah, but I get the whole sport and like, yeah, dude, but I'm not doing it for that.
Right.
Like, do you bow when you step on the mat?
Do the real answer, or do you want to lie?
Whatever your real answer is. Do you slap your thighs and bow before you step on?
I don't bow either.
Yeah.
It depends on the school.
People do.
Depends on the school. We always did it at my school in Washington, and then here it's much more laid back, depending on the school.
I only saw a handful of people do it.
If not everyone does it, then I wouldn't do it. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I had such a hard time, not hard time, like I sucked at it, but like on myself, like mentally. I had such a hard time in the Navy because of one thing and one thing only. It was military barracks.
Being told what to do.
Being told what to do, pet, like the baby blue belt, like all this shit. It's all petty, all petty. I didn't shave yesterday, and then I got some adult putting his finger on my face to feel if there's prickles on it. Like that is like so fucking insane to me. I have a water bottle in my cargo pocket and the handle's hanging out, and I got some fucking douchebag yelling like, "Hey, shipmate, you can't have that in your pocket. It's not uniform." I'm like, dude, I'm going from one place to another place. My hands are full. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? That military bearing in general, right? Being told what to do, certain rules and regulations. When I'm just like, can I just do my job and go home, man? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am with most things in life, and this is included. Like, come on, I really got to bow on the mat. Like, you know what I mean? Like that is just not. And I'm not. When I say that, I come off as like I'm super rebellious and doesn't follow the rules. It's not really the case. It's more of like I just get annoyed by them. Like I don't think they're necessary. I find a lot of rules in life really not necessary. Like, and I work like I never wear my hard hat. No one says shit. If they do, I'll wear it, and then behind their back, I'll be like, "What the fuck," you know? Or I'll make a smart ass comment. I'll look up, and like, "Oh wow, I didn't know anything was above me," because there's not, right? It's like you're gonna get me going. Like if I'm in the middle of the yard, and someone's like, "You gotta put your hard hat on," I'll be like, "Okay, why?" They're like, "It's the rule. You're here at work." And I'm like, "But there's nothing above my head." Common sense, right? So I find most rules unapplicable at a lot of times, or at least some of the times. And I feel like, obviously, you can't get this on paper, but I feel like at some point it should just become down to common sense, right? If I'm working underneath the structure, sure, having a hard hat on, something might fall on me. I'm standing in the middle of a fucking dirt field. Why do I need my hard hat on? That doesn't make sense. That's how I was a lot of time in the Navy. It doesn't work very well in the Navy because people are just like, but they are the rules, And it's like, all right, whatever. I had a cousin that was very much like that, just so you know. So, yeah. So that whole thing, bowing on the mat, doing this, there was this thing before where like, I think it's judo. My professor now talked about it. Like if you're tying your belt, because like when you drill and stuff, your belt will come untied unless you do like a super knot, right? And I don't, because again, it all boils down to I don't really care that much. So I'll just do some half-ass fucking knot. And then like I guess old school judo maybe, and I could be wrong, but something along the lines, you got to turn your back when you're tying your belt. Like you don't tie your belt for the whole class to see. Like shit like that. Like weird martial arts traditions that I don't give a fuck about. Like I'm here to learn and I'm here to do whatever, that kind of thing. Not my thing. Now, my coach now is just like that. And he's a, black belt, 16 years doing it or whatever, right? He doesn't give a shit about that. Like, he's like, whatever, don't bow on the mat. You don't call me professor, just call me my name, like that's my style. That's how I like most things in life, chill, laid back. So now if you're into that, some people are into that, I guess. If you're a weirdo, that's cool.
The structure, yeah.
But maybe, yeah. If you're into it, I would say no hate, but a little bit hate because I think it's weird. But if your gym is not like we require you, and again, my gym in Washington, everyone did it, so I did it. I thought it was dumb, but I did it. Did I half-ass do it every time? Of course. But if everyone's doing it, do it, obviously. But if everyone's not doing it and you're not into it, then fuck it,
Yeah, definitely no one has called him professor. I never heard they all call him by his first name.
Okay. I'll say coach sometimes, but
yeah,
I grew up
coach.
Yeah, I grew up in sports like you, so that doesn't feel like a structure thing. It just feel like as a muscle memory thing, right? Like call people coach forever. Let me think. Fuck, I had one more thing to say. Another thing with you saying you'll probably prefer no-gi. So, and this is my theory, right? Could be off. Much like you, when I stepped into a jiu-jitsu school for the first time, I was already a big MMA fan. So like when I'm like, I want to learn some grappling, I've been watching people grapple forever this one way, right? Like I'm looking at like, you hear the announcers like jiu-jitsu expert, this guy, and then you see like, wow, he's good at choking people out. I watch him do it. So it's like it's kind of like, again, it's just a theory. It's kind of like in the back of your head when it's like I want to learn how to grapple. It's like, well, I want to learn how to grapple with like in the ways that like I'm entertained by it already.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I gotta learn this whole other thing.
Yeah.
Now a lot of guys step in jiu school, they've never watched MMA. This is all new to them. So like they learn it with the gi, right? Alex, you already know what a triangle choke is. You've seen it on TV 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what these moves are. They're not that new to you. I mean, learning them is new, but you've seen them done. A lot of guys will step in the gym for the third time. Just a theory. I don't know. A lot of guys will step in their gym. They've never seen any of this before. It's all new to them. So they adapt the gi as like this is part of it, and this is how we learn it. So like, and then they are really into that, right? I was seeing triangle chokes and darces and shit on watching UFC. So it's like I want to learn that style, and I think that's a subconscious thing because like right from the beginning, as soon as I did my first no-gi class, I was like, "Fuck this gi shit. This is fucking
Yeah.
dumb." So that's me, and for that reason, if my theory is correct, it'll probably be the same way, you know.
Yep.
Well, you're gonna learn a cool triangle with a collar and sleeve, and then you're watching the UFC, and they're like, "Well, if he had a collar and sleeve, he could have done that way better." You know, like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about?
Scalia, a
Yeah, I
boy.
wanted you to talk about this. So I didn't know he was fighting. Well, no, I did know because
I thought you. Yeah, I saw you
I
shared
saw
on
his weigh
Instagram.
in. I saw his weigh in, but it came out of nowhere. And
Yeah,
then
a week ago, or I would have tried to go.
where was it?
It was in dude, like Bumfuck, Pennsylvania, up
Okay.
outside of Allentown.
So, all right. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be, he seems to be blowing up, which is obviously awesome. And he has,
Dude, he's
obviously,
got shouted out by like
that's what I'm
Pat
saying. He's got
Sabini,
the hell
Jeremiah
of,
Wells,
yeah.
fucking
Andre
Andre was in
Petrowski.
his corner.
Yeah. Was he wearing a suit again?
Andre?
Yeah. At
No.
the fight you went to, he was wearing a suit.
That's because he was the announcer.
Oh, okay.
He was announcing for them.
Oh, okay.
He was commentating. That's why he was in a suit.
I thought
This
that
one
was
he was
cool.
in
I thought he
Scalia's
just decided to
corner.
wear a suit. I'm like, damn, that's badass.
No.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I'm like, he's got the hell of a fucking supporting cast.
Yeah,
You know
dude.
what I
It's
mean?
pretty cool.
That's so cool, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously he can get to that level, but
Dude,
it's
and this was his first one where it was like full MMA rules. So he could finally
nice.
ground and pound. And
And
dude, just
where was it at? Because you said you watched it.
so you could get it online. You had to pay
Oh,
20
okay,
bucks.
gotcha.
So I
On like
streamed it.
their
Yeah.
website or something.
Yeah, it was like some weird sports company website.
Okay.
Where they do like they advertise all these amateur MMA things.
Yeah, I was bummed out because I didn't know and I didn't see. I saw the name of the event and it was it Maverick or something, not Maverick, something like that. And I saw it wasn't on UFC Fight Pass. It wasn't on I guess that's really or ESPN, right? So one of those two places usually because like his last one was on Fight Pass.
Yeah.
And I saw it wasn't on there, so I'm like, I thought I was like maybe this is a grappling event because I know Andre does those every now and then, and it popped out of nowhere. I'm like, well, maybe he's doing like a grappling event. I didn't see anything specific about it, and maybe it's because it was last minute. But all I saw was he weighed in, and everyone was like, "Good luck tomorrow." So then I jumped on. Obviously, I'll show my support, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." I didn't know he was even fighting MMA though. And then I seen him obviously in the cage, hand wrapped with a belt around him. So it's like, A, I know he won. A, I know he did well. And A, you don't wear hand wraps if you're not fighting. So it was obviously a fight. So tell me about it. What happened?
So the kid was a striker that he was fighting, and then like they stood up like a little bit, but Scalio instantly took him down. Round one, like they spent a little bit of time. Round one, he had like some defense. Scalio still ended up full mounting him at the end of round one, and like just raining bombs. Then round two, the kid actually like caught him just like a little bit. Like it looked like a knockdown. Like he didn't get knocked down, but yeah, once he caught him, Scally just boom, straight down, worked again, full mount again, pound raining bombs, and then the kid somehow got out of round two, and then round three, he literally like took him down 10 seconds, got him in full mount, and like literally like he didn't even have to work for it. Like he literally passed into full mount in like 20 seconds. And then the whole third round, he was just smashing his face. I don't know how they didn't stop it.
Oh, really?
But
Is
yeah,
that
he's
bad?
pissed he didn't get the finish. Yeah.
Damn.
The announcer even was like, I think in most, he's like, I know we're amateur, but I think, probably should have been stopped.
Damn. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you'd think amateur they'd even stop it earlier.
Yeah.
So this guy's got a whole lot. This guy's got a whole career ahead of him.
Yeah. But yeah, he dominated every round. Just like took him down, got the full mount.
We need to
every
get
round.
it. We need to get him back on the podcast, dude.
Yeah.
Think he'd do it again, or is he too big show for us?
No, he would.
Well,
He for sure would.
I got such redemption. I gotta
Yeah.
redeem
Don't be
myself.
drunk. Yeah, like last time we spoke, I was
That's crazy, dude.
different person.
It's so funny that I'm like almost a year and a half sober.
That's crazy.
And it's funny because it's one guy. Last time I talked to him, I was just out off my fucking ass. I was like, dude, I haven't for this. Welcome back to the podcast, Scalio. For this special occasion, I'm gonna get hammered again. You can buy, just so you know, I'm not gonna say I looked into it, but I might have looked into it. You can just buy those fucking 1 year sobriety coins online.
Yeah.
I'll actually get a coin.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about AA. I feel like they're a bunch of, I don't know. I gotta be careful. I feel like they're a bunch of fucking pussies, what I think. But
yeah.
I thought about going to those meetings and just shitting on them, just so you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't, obviously. This is all in my crazy head. But I'm like,
those are people that are like at such a they've destroyed their lives so much that they have to turn to that.
I guess. But I mean it's definitely possible to just stop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Listen, I have explained to people before, I don't drink. They're like, oh, were you an alcoholic? I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, but I just stopped drinking. And they're like, alcoholic. I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't go to AA or anything. And I didn't lose my job or anything. I just, like, how'd you stop? I'm like, by just not doing it anymore. Like, it wasn't that, it actually wasn't difficult at all. If we're being quite honest, it was very easy. It was like the idea of it. I was like, man, this seems like a lot. And and my wife thinks I judge people who drink. It's not true. Just whatever. But yeah, I need to redeem myself from Scalio. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Can you get him on this podcast before he fights again?
Probably.
I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him about a lot of things.
Right. Okay.
Pretty cool, man. I mean, he's got such a good support system,
Dude, they're blowing up.
The whole crew is, except for Chris Dawkins. How about that for a
yeah.
How about that for a segue? Did I get Segue of the Year award for that one?
Yeah. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna read the results because I wanted this to be about your jiu-jitsu thing. And I know you were watching Scalio's fight. And to be honest with you, you son of a bitch, had you told me this is Scalio's, he's fighting on here, it's for a belt, and here's you gotta pay $20, I would have watched that instead. I blame you for this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would have definitely watched.
I was like stressing just trying to get it.
Yeah, I felt bad because of course when he won, again, I'm not trying to fucking just attach my name to him. Like it's like I want to support the kid, right? So it's like I posted like congrats, and he was like, it means a lot for you tuning in. As what he said to me. And I'm like, fuck. I didn't tune in.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel not as bad because I would have. I really would have.
Yeah.
What was that? I was about to look for something. Oh, I'm sure
you're gonna read the results.
I'm gonna read the results. But Chris Dawkins got knocked out like fucking 10 seconds into round 2.
Yeah.
Two blades didn't shoot. We're really not gonna talk about this because I know you didn't watch it, and I didn't pay super close attention anyways. But dude, blades didn't shoot a single shot the whole fight.
That's crazy.
He didn't shoot at all in round 1, and then he obviously clipped him pretty early round 2. So yeah, and then he had a pretty rough comment to say, and he was trying to be nice, which I respected, but it was still pretty mean. He said, dude, he needs to be a light heavyweight. No shade. He was basically calling him fat. He's like,
yeah.
He said, just because you weigh 245 pounds doesn't mean you're a heavyweight. He's like, he needs to lose some of that weight. Like, we're just too big, like naturally big,
Yeah.
And Blades is, right? Blades is fucking huge, and he's like ripped. So, and Dawkins, a little chubby, right? I mean, kind of a lot chubby, really. So he makes a decent point. Okay, so yeah, knockout round 2, Curtis Blades. Alexa Grasso had a really, really, really good submission on Joanne Wood from Scotland. That was impressive, and I like Alexa Grasso, and I like Wood. Grasso was pretty heavy favorite, surprisingly. Matt Brown and Barberina had one of the craziest fights I've seen recently. Really, really, really good. Barberina won by split decision. I was a little unsure. I agreed with that. Matt Brown had a few takedowns that I thought should have mattered, and they both kind of slugged it out. So I was like, I guess the takedowns will win it. I don't know. I actually had more than a few. He had several takedowns. Anyway, split decision. It was a great fight. I wouldn't call it a rivalry. I did think Matt Brown probably won. It didn't matter to me, so I'm not coming to any bias. Kai Kara France beat Askar Askarov, who was ranked number 2. So Kai Kara France might be looking at a title shot in the flyweight division next. Yeah, he just beat the number 2 guy. Close fight again. Savage. He was great. Max Griffin beat Neil Magny in a split decision. Oh, I'm sorry. Neil Magny beat Max Griffin in a split decision. Another really good fight, I thought. Both guys looked really good. And then Mark Takatse beat whoever the hell that guy is. Good luck saying that name. Borshev, whatever. Wrestled him, took him down. Looked good grappling. That's it. That's all I got. I think we have a pay-per-view next week if you want to do predictions. Is next week Volkanovski Zombie?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get the card pulled up. Actually, I'll just let you read it off if you want. So we'll just start from the top down. Volkanovski Zombie. I'll give my prediction. Volkanovski wins by probably decision, but I bet he wins very easily. What do you got?
I agree.
Decision, you think?
Yeah.
Zombie's tough as shit. Yeah. I think Volkanovski wins probably 50-45. Easy. And still, who's next?
Sorry, I wanted to pull up the odds of.
Oh, please. Sorry. Take your time.
Burns and Chevyov.
Oh, that's next week?
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The 9th is next. Oh, wait. We must have a week off. Is there nothing next week? Because this is the 9th, right? Okay.
So nothing next week. This is it. The next thing is the 9th. Yeah.
Okay. Either way. So we both got Volkanovski by decision. Is the co-main that?
Well, co-main's Aljamain and Peter Yan rematch.
Oh yeah. Do I think Yan wins?
Yeah, I think Yan remembers the rules and wins.
Yeah, me too. Which is I actually like both guys really, but yeah, I think I really underestimated Yan in their last fight. I know Sterling won by some stupid DQ, but I really underestimated how good he was and how good his takedown defense was and how fast his boxing and shit is. Mm-hmm. I think Yan knocks him out like for real this time and wins. Probably, I'll say Yan knockout round 3.
Yeah, I think the last fight just showed he was like another level. He just lost by being stupid. Mm-hmm. And then it's Gilbert.
What do you got? Yan by what? You gotta give me a round, man.
Yan round 2.
Knockout? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it's Gilbert Burns and the Chechen Wolf.
Dude, I got Chechen Wolf, dude.
Let's see. So does Vegas. He's a minus 550 favorite.
Okay, you can't not bet
minus 550, bro. Gilbert Burns is plus 410.
Okay, you gotta bet on Gilbert Burns then.
I know, dude.
You have to.
Right?
Absolutely have
plus to. Plus 410.
That's so disrespectful.
That's unbelievable, dude. That is so disrespectful. Dude.
Yeah. Dude's two fights ago, he fights the champ. And then he raw dogs Wonder Boy. And now he's a huge underdog to a guy who just got ranked or isn't ranked. I don't even know.
Yeah. Dude, plus 410. That is absurd. Aljamain Sterling's plus 360.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's so rough. Okay, well, you and I might have to put a little coin on Burns.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna win.
I think Chechen Wolf wins.
I know, but still, dude, not that confident.
Here's what I think: round 2, ground and pound stoppage knockout. I think Burns would be way too hard to actually submit. Right, his grappling is just so good. But I think Chechen Wolf's. I think Hamzat Chimaev's wrestling is just insane. So I think he's going to get Gilbert down. I don't know if he'll be able to submit him from top. I also don't think Gilbert can submit him from bottom. I think just ground and pound from top. not gets the TKO round 2. Hamzat Chimaev. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's what I got. What do you got? You gotta give me specifics.
I think they go the distance.
Hamzat wins
But-
decision.
Yeah.
All right. Crazy. We're just as disrespectful.
I know.
No.
Now, Google is different than Sportsbook.
What's Google got?
So Google has that the next fight is Mackenzie Dern and Tisha Torres.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I'm gonna go to Mackenzie Dern's Instagram and see if she has anything on it.
but
That's what Google has, or that's what?
yeah,
something?
but FanDuel has Rosenstrike versus Tubora.
Oh, I do not know.
And then Aspen Ladd versus Irene Adelna.
I think the Aspen Ladd fight's fighting. I think the Aspen, let's see. Just a few more weeks till fight week. Mackenzie Dern posted on March 1st. So yeah, that's probably it.
Oh, okay, so they're missed. So Mackenzie Dern is fighting
Fighting who again?
Tisha Torres.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Actually, I remember that being announced. I think I might have even posted that. Maybe
The
not.
odds aren't on here though.
Oh,
Wait, they just have it in the wrong order. They are on here.
Okay. Who knows the
Never
order?
mind.
Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and say I think Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern submits her round 3.
And then I have no idea. Tisha
Okay.
Torres.
Okay. Why not? Make it interesting.
And then Kevin Gastelum versus Nassourdine Amunov.
Okay. I'll take Kevin Gastelum. I don't know who the other guy is. That's how
Gastelum's the underdog.
Okay, I'll take Gastelum still. Gastelum's fallen on some hard times, but I'm always one of the guys who sticks around to fight as well longer when everyone else fights him off. I still think Gastelum's a motherfucker, so I'll take Gastelum as the dog.
And that is, dude. So Google has Rosenstrike versus Tabora as like the beginning prelim fight, which doesn't seem right, but okay.
Who knows? I don't know. That's the main card we just read also.
Dude, Duplessis fighting again. Be interested to watch him. He's in the.
Why am I blanking on who that is?
He's that guy with the crazy kicks from South Africa.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for that card, man. I really wish it was Holloway again, though, which I can't believe. I wish it wasn't Zombie. But
yeah.
What do you do? I like Volkanovski. I mean, he's a fun dude. He's easy to root for. I'll say this, man. Tex Johnson went on a rampage last night. We'll end on that. He went on a rampage. No fucks given. On the Daisy. Okay, you're gonna be out of the loop, but I can sort of tell you in a way. So this is what I'll say. I won't give specifics, even though fucking Christ, I think he said it all himself last night. So Gordon Ryan submitted the Hillbilly Hammer Jacob Couch in a jiu-jitsu match. I made a funny Pornhub meme about it, just so you know.
Yeah.
You saw that. I made a funny meme about it. He told him, right? So, anyways, Jacob Couch is a member of the Pedigo Submission Fighting Crew, also known as the Daisy Fresh Crew. Very popular team, right? They had a whole documentary come out. It was a whole thing. People really backed it. They got behind it. So Jacob Couch taps out to no submission. He taps out to Gordon Ryan's crushing pressure on top, which I'm sure is pretty rough, but you never see that at the highest level of it. You never see that. And Gordon was just working them to, milk the clock and get a submission and just make it look easy, which he was. But before he could even get the submission, Jacob Couch just tapped, right? There's no sub, which again, the highest level, you never see that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to give away too much, but me and Tex Johnson were talking back and forth. We were talking. Shameless flex. Yeah, I talk to Tex sometimes. We were talking, and I tell you what, man, Tex Johnson, with a lot of the stuff going on in jiu-jitsu right now, Tex Johnson was crushing everything, dude. He had some harsh words about a lot of well-known people. And I was so much enjoying it because I'm like, again, shameless flex. This was just a one-on-one conversation I was having with Tex, and I'm like, God damn! Like, I wish I could. I wouldn't do that because that's uncool. But I was like, I wish I could just put this out here because he is saying some crazy shit about his peers, right? And he's talking about the guys at the highest level, and when he was competing before his injury, he's obviously at the super highest level.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn, Tex! Like, I was like, ruthless Tex Johnson. So, anyways, so last night, some of the stuff, if not all of the stuff that he was saying to me one-on-one, he was putting on Instagram on his stories. and then he was screenshotting messages with Pedigo, and they were like, call Heath, like he wants to talk to you, like who's like their head coach. And then Tex was basically, to summarize, and I don't want to put words in Tex's mouth because he could literally kill me, but to summarize, he was like fuck off, like I don't care, like I got harsh words and you can fucking hear it, basically. And tell you what, man, you don't have to agree with Tex, and I'm not even saying I agree with Tex on some things he said. I'm not saying I agree with him, but I do respect the balls to just go out on the public platform and just blast a very well-known, popular jiu-jitsu club and just trash them publicly and share screenshots. My hands are tied. I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm not saying things Tex said that I didn't disagree with. But he was fucking ruthless last night. Let's just say that. And let's say he may or may not have been even more ruthless than the things he was saying to me one-on-one. That's all I'll say. If you want the harsh truth, or at least someone who has some controversial opinions on things that are going on in the grappling world, Tex Johnson will not hold back.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. We good?
We're good, man.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
Enjoy the jiu-jitsu grind, my friend. Please keep me updated.
You got it.
All right. See you, buddy. Love you.
Yeah. Love you. Bye.
Bye.